I was incredibly fortunate in that my mom worked at a 180-acre campground when I was growing up. My dad worked at Disney. So growing up in Central Florida, I saw these two separate worlds. I saw the rich environment that we have, and then I also saw the tourism industry. And I really connected a lot with the environment, and I watched the community that I grew up in be absorbed by Orlando, Florida. The impact of that suburban sprawl, it had kind of an overwhelming effect on me, and it was very visceral to see kind of the pine trees just clear cut and burned, and old citrus fields, this history of the state that was just being erased and paved over. So while I was at FLAGLER, I had the opportunity to do an independent study, and out of that I created a project called River Be Damned. And River Be Damned was a multimedia project discussing a river in north central Florida that had been impacted by a dam almost 50 years ago. The dam remains there, and a lot of people believe that the dam does not serve any purpose. I have traveled around 10,000 human-powered miles, bicycling, kayaking, or hiking on long-distance trips. I was the first person to complete the more than 1,500-mile circumnavigational trail around the state of Florida. And what amazes me being out in wild spaces is that in 10 minutes you can have that same sense of presence as you might get in 10,000 miles of hiking. So for me, there's an awareness that can be gained through something as simple as a 10-minute hike through a neighborhood park that I don't think you can find without taking that time and without having those places to visit. You can see the changes in these wilderness areas already. You can see the impact of rising sea levels and warming waters. I think that there are a lot of people that recognize the value of Florida's wild remaining places, and that there have been bills that have been passed for protecting these wild areas, but until we actually get some action behind that legislation, I don't see any immediate progress that we're making.